Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you the grease points on not only the loader but on the tractor. So there are 12 grease points on your loader, which should be greased about every 10 hours. That is what it specifies in your user manual. 6 points on each side. There's 6 on this side, 6 on that side, so there's 12 together on your loader. And then on your tractor, there's 4 main grease points and 2 on the battery terminal. So I do use this Lucas Red and Tacky number 2. Instead of having different greases for different applications, this one is pretty much you can use throughout the entire tractor for the loader and for the tractor itself, the cab. And I do use a Kubota grease gun just because I'm neurotic. I want everything to match, I guess. Maybe it's the one in me, but anyway. So let's go ahead and get to the grease points. You have a grease point up here. So you've got 1, 2, and then you have 3, which is inside right here. And then over on the loader, you actually have a grease point here, 4, a grease point here, 5, and a grease point here, which is 6. All right, so I always start from the top and work my way down the loader. So as you can see, you've got a nipple in here. So that's 1. And then if you're looking at the loader, your second one is right here. So that's number 2. Looking at the loader, here is 3. And then down here, you have 4, 5, and 6. And then going on to the other side, it's the same. And then I'll actually start on this side and I'll work my way up. So you've got 1, 2, 3, going up the arm, 4, 5, and 6. What I do is I push it on there, make sure I can't pull it off. It doesn't take a lot. If it's not on there, it'll come right back off. So when you're greasing, like where the joints are on the arm right here, it'll actually start pushing off. You'll actually see the grease start moving the older grease out. I put enough grease in there until I start seeing it. I think that's the new grease, but I can't tell because I can't see because I am short. You can tell the new grease versus the old grease because the old grease looks black and brown and all that stuff. And since this is bright red, you'll know instantly as soon as you start to see it. So one of the things that I had learned when using the grease gun and putting it on the nipples, it'll pretty much click into place. And then I hold it. There we go. So when you try to take the nipple off, you can't just pull it off. It's super simple. All you have to do is actually take it, rotate it, and it comes right off. Most people try to pull this part out, and all it is, it's literally just twisting it, and it comes right off super easy. But yes, I always start from one side of the tractor and then move my way down, and then I'll circle back and then I'll move my way up. And that's just so I know I've hit every grease point. When I do wash the Kubota, I don't ever dry it because the grease will go all over the tractor. And tractors aren't meant to stay super pretty. They're workhorses. They're meant to work. Your grease will be black, like this, instead of bright red. And that's how you know you've put enough grease in. Kubota, if anything happens with the loader or with the tractor and stuff like that, and they see that you haven't greased this, it'll void your warranty. So you need to make sure you keep on top of greasing your tractor. The fact is, over-greasing your tractor is much better than under-greasing your tractor. Now let's go to the other side. And if it doesn't want to go onto the nipple, the same way you get it off, try putting it on the same way, in the circular motion. And I always wear gloves because, man, this grease is a pain in the ass to get off. One great thing about being such a small woman, you can get in very, very small places. Just here. There we go. Okay, so this is my brake line. This is actually a really good time to go through and look at your bolts, all your insulation for your cabling and your wiring and stuff like that. So I know even looking in the manual, so sometimes it'll give you the lubrication stuff for the ROPS model, the cab model, and then for all tractors it'll say all models. Instead of 4 lube points, there's only 3. All of them are obvious. I think it's for people to not have to get under the tractor like I'm doing right now. So the grease point is over here. I'll show you guys that grease point, and you can literally stand on the outside of the tractor, put the nipple in, and do it. Let me go ahead and do that. This is looking at the right side of the tractor. And the grease point is right here. On the cab model, which mine is, you've got your point here, which is for the speed control. And then, let's get back here to the back. And then you've got one here, that's 2. And then you've got one on this, which is on the back, right here. So there's 3. I keep my tractor pretty clean. I wash it once a year. I usually wash it in the spring, just because of all the salt that's on our roads. There we go. All right. And then back here. Okay. Straddle it here. If I realize that I have dirt in the spout, I will actually push more through. And this one, and these you can tell when they're full because they'll stop. It gets really hard to pull the trigger. There. All right, that's the how-to in greasing your tractor. Remember, the loader is every 10 hours, and the beast with the 3 points, the battery, is every 50 hours. That's it for the tutorial today.